welcome to my series Fluttery, Clutter-Free Secrets, Giving You Wings, Fly, Madam Butterfly. And my name is Leah, and it's obviously a decluttering series, so this is the part where it comes to the wardrobe, how to get your dream wardrobe. And this is step 3 of the steps I have explained in my other videos. If you haven't watched them already, then I would certainly recommend you do so. It can only be helpful to get all those steps down. And I got up early today and I decided to tackle step 3, which is actually decluttering the wardrobe. So maybe I should have made a step in between and have 4 steps and have the step I explained in the last video basically a separate step, but I kind of called it, step 1 of step 3. But either way, I will film a little bit here, and I have decided to probably do separate parts just because it'll be easier to film that way, because sometimes I take a long time to think, and even though I've made detailed steps, sometimes I still feel like I don't know what I'm doing. So I don't want to keep you waiting, or sometimes it just takes so long to declutter and then you have an ages long video. So I figured maybe I'll kind of share with you what I've done so far and then check back in with you later and then give you an overall idea of what I've done. So I pulled out, so let's start. The first thing I pulled out was this, because it didn't belong in there and it was shoved here. And I had another thing, like a bag stuffing shoved here, which I put for the bags, and yeah, they're a jumbo mess. I will probably go through them later, this will be like a separate thing. But also I've already gone through them twice, so I know I've pared it down to really what I really want to keep, only I still have so many. But on the plus side, I also invested in good quality pieces, so it makes sense to maybe use them up and not buy new ones. But of course, for the overall look, it'd be nice if they were all kind of like this, except even better, just in a way where you can actually, placed in a way where you can actually see them. But I will get to that. I just wanted to mention, I am aware that it looks like a mess. So I took this out, and actually the first thing I did was review, as I mentioned, sort of how much I thought I would need of everything, which I put in this file. And I had a look, and actually though, I think I kind of have about that amount that I actually wrote down, and it still looks so much. And of course, since we share the wardrobe, I have half. And if I put clothes here, first of all, then the bags will be out and somewhere else in the way, but also it falls down. I don't know how this pile stays, and then if I do that here, if I need one piece, the whole pile falls down on me. And that, I've mentioned this before, but I've also mentioned it in the video that got deleted. There's a lot of vertical space, but it's vertical, right? But I feel like the space is unused, because who has that long arms, and if I pause something up, if it gets that high, it definitely falls down on me. It usually doesn't, so it'd be great to find a solution. That's what I meant with when I read that text out, the solution, which you may or may not have watched in the other part, so you can do that. But having a great solution for that would be awesome. But today I will focus on clothing. So, but also to review the numbers, just so I have a clear idea of what my actual goals, what I thought my goals were starting out. And then suddenly you're faced with your cute things, and see if your goals change, I just wanted to remind myself of what that was, and to give me that push to actually get to that place. But I think, why I was talking about that, because that is obviously taken away, that space is taken away from clothing space. So, but I have this, and I have 2 drawers there. One is scarves and one is PJs, which I still need to fill a bit more. And so scarves, I think I wrote down that I need one, which technically you need only one. Maybe you want to have a second one just for an option, or maybe if some of the colors doesn't go with everything, or just in, you know, while that one is in the wash or something, just in case something happens to it. But I have a lot, so I sold on 3 on eBay. If you would like, you can still have a look, because I'll keep selling my things on eBay. So if you would like to purchase something that you have seen in this video, but I can't even promise. I don't even know how far I will get with this, and I'm already going in so much detail, but the point is I actually have a lot of scarves, even though I like this one. I hadn't reached for it so much, even straight after purchasing it from a charity shop while looking at it now. Oh, I love the floral. And then I just thought to myself, what did you buy? It's a men's scarf, and like, I don't even know, because this looks quite manly. I don't even know. I think it's unisex because it's fine. I mean, it looks kind of feminine with these buttons and the floral, but I liked it, but then I can never reach for it, and so I recently wore it though, and it's the kind of thing that I like, and I do see myself wear it, just not that often. But it didn't belong to the wardrobe anyway, so I pulled it out. But this might be a difficult piece to decide for me. I took this out. Ideally, I would want it in the scarf section. It's funny, this one I wear for practical reasons. I actually like the look of this more. Yeah, I think I don't know. I thought to myself that, why are you a fool, and this side looks manly, why did you buy this? But that's so silly, I'd already bought it. And I like it, I just don't love it. And talking of which, when I saw these 2 shirts, and I thought to myself, I really love these, and it's like, this is how I want the whole wardrobe to feel, and like this. I love this. So, the next thing I did, I decided, well, the thing is, I decided not to take everything out, even though I'd like to know how much I have overall, because that can give you a push, and even just to have an idea, even if it sort of failed to give me a push, but it gives me anxiety, but it gives you an idea of how much you own, because usually it is a lot more than it looks when it's hung up or folded. Well, it always is, and then that might give me an idea of how much more I actually own than I think I own. But I also know myself, and I also know that it gives me anxiety, and I'm scared of not finishing it and then having a whole pile and having a whole mess lying around and having made more mess than before. And sometimes that anxiety stands in the way of getting started, and then I actually don't finish it. So I wanted to avoid that, and even though I really believe in that, taking that out, and if you can do it, I would recommend it, but I wanted to take it easy and be easy on myself, and, you know, avoid that anxiety, because I don't want to stand in my own way. So I decided to have the first step be, because first I considered just taking out jumpers, but I decided to tidy it up, and I did that according to KonMari, with the longer garments to the left, because I have these boxes, so I want them to fit, so I want all the longer dresses to be at the side, otherwise I would start with jackets, but I did dresses first, and of course thicker dresses first, and then thinner ones. And then I rediscovered this one that I have, and I realized I have a lot more dresses than I thought I had, because I thought I didn't have a lot of dresses, so I bought some. And then jackets, vests. I have 1 pair of jeans, the other ones are down there, which needs sorting, and then I have skirts. This one has a cardigan on top of it, but thick skirts, thinner skirt, underskirt, and jumpers, cardigans, and hoodies. And then these dress shirts, also color coordinated and by thickness, and then up to really thin ones, and the blouse that has short sleeves, and then t-shirts. So having that line going there as much as possible. It isn't so visible, that jacket is actually shorter than some of these shirts, but it is from like thickness to thinness and like type of garment. Talking about dresses, I was gonna say something. Some of it's like, it's true when you, oh, maybe I should say that when I talk about this, but I pulled out this because I love it, but I think its time has passed, even though I still really like it. So it's difficult for me right now to let go of this. I have worn it only a few times, and when I did, I really enjoyed it, but I have others, and I haven't reached for this in a while. Only I have had another one, the same one in blue, and I sold that one on, even though I still really like that one too, but I figured this was more my color, and somebody bought it, and it went for a really affordable price, a really good price. I had a kimono with it too. Only £16, and the kimono alone was £25 new, so, and they were both like new, so I don't regret having done that, but I also feel a little bit sad to see it go, and so I'm not sure I'm ready to sell the next one on too. And then there's the option of storage, but I also don't want just to get everything in storage and then forget about it, out of sight, out of mind, and it's not really more space available after doing that. But I wonder if it's a temporary solution, but I feel like it's making excuses. That was my view always, but at least I could get the wardrobe to where I want it to be. And maybe after some time, when you find it and you review it, you realize, well, I haven't needed this in so and so long, so I really didn't need it, and I can pass it on. Maybe that makes you ready, but like, I don't want it to be an excuse wardrobe. I want it to be a dream wardrobe. So this one is a difficult one. All the things I wanted to say. So yeah, I think that happens faster, that a garment's time has kind of passed, that you feel that way, that you stop reaching for it when you actually get others. And I didn't used to be a big, like, faster, and I didn't used to be the big dress person, but I used to be when I was younger, and actually, I think, you know, all that jazz about being ridiculous in high school for dresses influenced me too much, and I really would like to get back to the femininity of it. And I have these lovely dresses, and now I have wool underwear, so it's great. Now I will be able to wear thinner dresses in winter too, and it's not really that cold. This one needs fixing, so I never, like, I just instinctively don't, like, I don't instinctively reach for dresses so much. Winter is here, so I will make a conscious effort to wear these, because they're really lovely, and I love them, and I have kind of, not downgraded, it sounds a bit mean, but, you know, these would easily be the dress that you never reach for, because you're waiting for the occasion that never comes, so I will wear them whenever I feel like looking cute. This also works as a jumper, so that's great. And this one is rather short, I realized, but I also really love the look, so I wear it anyway. Like, it's short to me, and probably to other people it's long, but still. And these were the newest ones. So yeah, I noticed when you select your garments more carefully, and like, you're really in love with an item for a while until you finally get to purchase it, I have this deeper sense of connection to the garment, which I have with all my dresses, aside from the two that are new. This one was kind of spontaneous, and I got this for only £10, which is great, and it looks lovely. I love the fabric. I'm not in love with the neckline, with the overall cut, but I think I have missed the, or like, not missed, but I think I can't return it anymore. And I mean, I was happy with it, but that deeper sense of connection makes me reach for those ones more. But also, it's new. I want to give it a chance. See if I establish that connection with it. I certainly feel a connection to the fabric because it's really beautiful. I love this. Well, I don't love it, but I like it. And then this one I was going to talk about because I pulled out this. This one was easy for me, surprisingly, which I hadn't anticipated, but I had bought this. I liked it obviously enough to buy it, but I didn't know I was yet to become the person who has that, who likes the who likes this minimalistic style, the coloring, and to me it's kind of minimalistic. Maybe I should show it, but it has kind of short sleeves. It's like a dress shirt. It's like a well, not a dress shirt, but like it's a kind of a long t-shirt or a short dress. It has these stripes and it has a little bit of glitter fabric, which I think you can't tell anymore, but overall it's like this linen color, and I liked it. Obviously I felt drawn to it, cause that's why I bought it, but then I didn't reach for it because I wasn't that person yet, and the time has come that I am that person who sees herself wearing this and I would like to wear it, but now it's become a little bit tight, and I hadn't reached for it then subconsciously for that reason, even though I would like to. So I've decided to pass this on. It's like it still works, but then you don't reach for it because subconsciously it doesn't really work. And I realized this one has a similar color, which is a newer edition from a charity shop. Very beautiful. I had been looking for something like this, so even though I thought it was a little pricey for a charity shop, for what I'm used to, because I also know where to get good pieces for good prices sometimes, but well, £9 or £8, but I mean it's still a good kind of price compared to what you would pay new. And yeah, I love the color. I wanted something, if you remember, like medieval inspired, by which I actually mean, you know, simplicity and colors like these, which look like the natural color of the fabric or things like that. And I've already fixed it here because it was a bit too open, so I sewed this together. So it's ASOS. Yeah, it's also thin for the summer, but I can also wear it over something warm, and then I will be able to wear it in the winter. So I told myself that these are kind of really similar, like what I wanted from the garment, from the piece, is really similar, especially, you know, the coloring. So the cut of this one is more simplistic, which is also great, but obviously if it doesn't fit and it just hangs around, then there's no point. So excuse me how great. I apologize. So just when you try not to let that slip through. So I decided that this is fairly similar, that this is now going to take on this one's job, or to be that simplistic and incorporate that simplicity. I would in the future like more garments like that in general, not just dresses, but I also have a lot of things, so, you know, whenever I need something, maybe I'll be on the lookout for something like that. This one is kind of similar from its cut. It's very simple, it's big, oversized, but cute looking. The color is a bit more obviously colored looking, but yeah. So that one is gonna take on that job, so that'll be okay. And I felt that it was surprisingly easy. It's a little bit sad, but it's always a little bit sad, so that's fine. And as you have seen, I had folded it, which now I can't do with just one hand, but I gave it one last stroke of joy through the palm of my hand, or positive energy or life, whatever you want to call it, so that this gets passed on to the next person, whoever will buy this or get this, whether I sell it on eBay or bring it to the charity, so that it will, you know, like one last goodbye. And I thanked it for, what did I say? Thank you for teaching me, for like, you know, teaching me that I'm finally ready to be that person who likes this type of clothing. Thanks for teaching me that I like this type of clothing, even if it's not gonna be you with whom I will experience wearing this type of clothing. And thanks for reminding me to wear things while they fit, you know, straight away. Which I get that I wasn't ready, that I wasn't that simplistic enough yet, or simple enough, didn't have a simple enough attitude. Like, I don't know what the right words would be, because simplistic sometimes sounds a little bit different. But so I get why I didn't wear it, and the fact that I bought it, I liked it enough to buy it, was in this case deeply rooted in me, in that part of my soul that did feel content enough with herself to like simple fashion. A simple fashion, I should say. I mean, sometimes, you know, you can buy and buy and buy. Oh, this looks cute and that looks cute, and there are different reasons for why we purchased something. But in this case, I think it was a positive reason, so that's great. So I thanked it and gave it that last stroke as mentioned, and now it's ready to be passed on. And I will probably sell this on eBay because it's a cute item. So if any of you want it, it's about to be November 2020, so if it's very long later that you're watching this, then you might not find this anymore. But yeah, and also this part is already 20 minutes, so maybe how many parts do I need? But I did pull this out because it was a little bit small, but I purchased it that way and it worked in the fitting room. But I took it out to review. I wanted to mention that word to you. I took that out to review this item, whereas with this one it's like I'm already sure, but it's difficult. So I will see what I'll do with that. But with this one, I think I'll try it on. I don't know if I wanted to fix the garment somehow, because I think this is a little bit open, which is kind of not so that perfect. But if you wear it over a tank top, it could be even open. Or I had tried it on and it worked enough for me to purchase it. I'm not sure I'm ready to part with it because it's still kind of new, in my possession anyway. It was from a charity shop. I was also really happy to find it. I have a whole bunch of skirts that I still want to fix, but I need some fabric for that. Maybe I should have pulled out I reviewed this too, but I kept it in because I still want to wear this. I like it. One option would be, well, it's like so bodycon. I don't know if that works for my body type. I could make just a shirt of it because then I know I'll wear it a ton. And the other option is wear it under a skirt because then the skirt part looks wider, so my waist will look slimmer that way. And I know I like the blue skirt. You may have seen it earlier. That would work well with it. So maybe should I review this too? But it's like I kind of want to hold on to it. But the whole overall wardrobe, and I know my attachments are coming through there. That's another thing. Yesterday, I thought when you get that sense, I really want to go shopping. Once we are so clear on those things that I recommended to write down, it's easier to have that awareness and be clear and like ask yourself, what do you really want? And I found maybe you really want to be happy. So, then we get to focus on wanting to be happy, not wanting to go shopping. Because when you just think you want to go shopping, it's easy to just go shopping and then have a whole ton more of things at the end of it. Whereas if you know you want to be happy, we can focus and we can ask ourselves, how do I want to be happy? How do I really want to be happy? How do I become happy? Rather than thinking, because if you think you want to go shopping without noticing the underlying real motivations behind it, then that has a completely different outcome. So becoming this clear on things really helps. So I would definitely once again recommend writing about it. Writing it all out. Right. It doesn't feel like its time has passed, even though I wore it once and I always remember like that time, or well, a bit more than once, but I especially remember that time. But yeah, it's just so sad, but I don't know if I'm ready. But if I say that with everything, then I would have made a big dent at the end of this. And I also wondered if I should review this, because the shoulders don't really fit 100%. I think it's a men's one, but usually I don't mind. But I have also worn this several times and I really like it as well. And also, well, I had done those boxes. There are some PJs, as mentioned, hidden here, but then this needs an overdo because, oh, I remember one jumper that I really like. I mean, I like all of them, but then maybe I can let go of that one. And this one, I had thought about these a little bit, because this one I loved and it's new, but I bought it online and it doesn't fit the way I expected, so it's like a little bit uncomfortable, and I think that's the reason why I haven't reached for it that much yet. I think I wore it one time. The first time I didn't mind it, and the second time I minded. So, and this one I really love, but it's kind of so cropped that normally that's not really for me. I got it because it says self-love, which I was really into at the time. So I can review those. And oh, this t-shirt, I was thinking maybe this was when I was just looking at it, otherwise I would have pulled them out as well. But I love the fabric, like also the design, and it's kind of it incorporates exactly where I was trying to go with my wardrobe, which I find minimalistic. Some people might not see it that way because there's a lot going on, but it's so simple in a way, and it has this beige background, like the off-white background, which is so cute, and all natural colors, and it reminds you of nature. It was exactly what I wanted. And I realized the reason why I had stopped wearing it